Hello, my name is Jessica Bell, and I'm the Director of the Librarian and Instructional Design here at the MGH Institute. And I'm here to introduce you to your very own customized library guide for CD 724 Research Design and Statistics. At this point in your career as a student here at the Institute, you are well experienced with information seeking and consuming. And so this guide will be a step beyond the click here, point there, to get you through to those more challenging searches that you're going to be encountering. So with that, let's get started having a look around. So here we are on the guide itself, and you can see up above that it's divided into these different tabs. And one of the reasons I've done that is to help highlight that there are different ways of discovering articles, and that even within the ways that you're used to discovering articles, that perhaps there are different techniques that you can use to help yourself be more comprehensive with your searching. So let's go ahead and go to database searching first, which hopefully should be fairly familiar ground. And on the left-hand side, you can see it's the usual selection of databases, but now I'd like you to start thinking about this selection of databases, not only with what's the best database for me to use, but then what other databases should I be using? Because when you're doing any kind of comprehensive search, one database is never enough, and there's always somewhere else you can search, even if that place is something like a Google Scholar, or some other general web search engine. In the middle, I start to get into some tips for actually selecting search terms. And so this might be something that is more familiar to you, but perhaps you haven't thought about, or in the same way. And then on the right-hand side, actually, what do you do when a search isn't successful, and some tips on things to do there. So basically, how to make this whole page is dedicated to making your database searching stronger. But the thing is that database searching is not the only thing that you should be doing when you're doing a comprehensive search. And so we have these two next tabs about hand searching for browsing. So you should be keeping up with the literature of your field, keeping up with the journals that publish articles on your topic through browsing as well as through searching the databases. And so there's some tips on that here. And then also hand searching, which is looking at references. So everybody looks at reference lists. When you get a good article, you look at the reference list to find leads for other articles, but then also looking at cited reference searching and how you do that. So there's quick guides on how to do that here. Continuing on, there's organizing and formatting tools. So again, this may be familiar to you. You may already have a RefWorks account, but you may not, and you may not be used to using it, or you may have tried RefWorks and hated it. And so there are some other options that I have pointed you to help you stay organized, which is, I think, half the battle when you're doing a big search. And then finally, the last tab so far, anyway, is this Lit Review organization. So again, some tools you can use to help you keep track of the literature you've gathered and start to even synthesize it. So that's what that tab's about. I expect that we'll be adding more tabs. I'm working on one about gray literature, and I'm sure there'll be others on the way. So keep popping back and seeing if we've added anything new. I expect that this will keep growing. And I don't know if you noticed, but on almost every page, there's also this Ask a Librarian button. So please do not hesitate, or you can send me an email directly. Please don't hesitate to get in touch if you have any questions whatsoever, if you'd like any advice, or if you want to set up an appointment to meet. Sometimes it can be really helpful to kind of run through what you've done, and I can offer suggestions or reassurances or whatever it might be to just help you on your way. I hope that you find this guide really helpful. And if you have suggestions, actually I'll add that. I'll add a box here for suggestions, things that you'd like to see added or problems that you run into. please let us know. We'd love to be able to help you even more.